Hi, dear.
Hi.
What are we doing?
We are rebuilding the motor on a 1999 Dodge Durango. So it's got about 250,000 miles on it. So it needs it because everything leaks everywhere. So,
Transfer case, tranny.
probably the oil pan, everything.
Yeah, so we're going to do a refresh on the motor. Rings, bearings, redo a valve job, seal everything. Basically rebuilt motor. Tranny we're going to tear apart because she's shifting hard. And on cold start, she's taking a second to go into gear. Just, new filter, new clutch plates and all that. We got the kit for it. And the transfer case leaks like a sieve. Like a sieve. Like everywhere. So, and everything leaks. We are always putting oil in it, always adding tranny fluid. Just a rebuild, regasket it, seal it all back up and make her happy. So we're going to drive her another 200,000. But got the front clip out. And now we're just connecting everything. While alternator's probably going. Today, when we started it threw a check engine light.
Yep.
It normally don't.
No.
But it did today. And it's saying high voltage. Battery's good. The alternator is probably going. So we need a new alternator. And when I was taking the fan off, I got this fucked up bolt. You gotta make a tool to go into these two holes to hold this because it's just gonna spin. And then you crank it off. But I was hitting it with a sledgehammer and I hit that on the air compressor, the AC compressor. Yeah, broke it right off. Yeah. Oh, gonna get a new one of those. And a new one of those. But I'm pretty sure that's why she's throwing the deal. Battery's good. It's actually kind of a new battery. Ratchet chewed through some of the wires, like right in here. So we gotta repair those. There's probably more chewed up back in there. This truck's been sitting for a minute. You ready to do all this?
Yep, we can do it.
It's gonna take a minute.
It'll take a little while.
Yeah. This is where we're at. Okay, this is where we're at. So, you gotta pull the power steering pump, which is right here. Just lay it out of the way. And it has 3 bolts, 1, 2, and 1 down there. All the wiring just disconnected through the valleys here. And they got these stupid ass clips down here that go on the valve cover bolts. Yeah, they just rip out. You could try to finagle them out. They're kind of like a push-on clip. They just suck ass. I just ripped them out. All the lines, I got to pull the throttle body. I got a plate to put on there. I might do that, or I might actually connect to the heads. One here, one here, and a couple on the back there with the chain. Now I'm pulling the engine, the transmission, and the transfer case. This is a 4-wheel drive all at the same time. You got a couple mounts right down in there. Let me get a light. Alright, so we're pulling the engine, the transmission, and the transfer case. You see back here, there's the engine mount. Right there. Big round thing with the center bolt. Attaches to the pumpkin. And that plate attaches to the back side of the pumpkin. Now if you can see, right here, that is cut out. So you loosen that bolt, remove that bolt, and this plate separates from the engine mount on both sides, but this plate attaches to the transmission itself. It's one big piece, and to the pumpkin. So there's a couple bolts in the pumpkin you gotta loosen. On this side, you can see the 2 down by the hose for the breather. Those 2 on the back side. It's hard to see, but it's back there. There's 2 bolts back there that attach to the axle itself, and then the 2 up top. Once those come out, and then underneath, up underneath, you got this plate. Got to drop down. That cross member right there. Right there. And then the one back there and that plate, that cross member and that plate need to drop out. Both drive lines, front and rear drive lines, got to drop off. The exhaust crossover got to drop out. Any linkage that you got up in there, not much, got to drop out. And then the whole thing will come out. It should clear this engine mount up in there. And it's hard to see, but it's up in there. I showed you from the top. The way those plates, if you can see up in here, right there, that's a plate that attaches to the bell housing. Yeah, that's fun. It's on this side too. Let's see. If I get a good picture of that. There it is. Right there. Here's the 2 bolts on the axle. Got to take off. And then up in there, it attaches to the transmission. This will remain. So you just drop these 2 bolts, the 2 up top. And the way it's cut, you got enough room between the transmission, bell housing, and the firewall that you could lift it up a couple inches, slide it forward a couple inches, lift it up a couple inches, slide it forward to clear this axle with this bracket. Once that happens, the whole thing will come right on out. You gotta remove that cross member, back there, a couple drive lines, the exhaust crossovers on the back side back there, or right here. It is right there, right above that cross member. There's the crossover for the exhaust. And that just unbolts. It's not welded, it's just bolted on. Right on that side, left and right side, that drops out. And then the whole transmission, and transfer case, and everything will come out. And of course, you got to remove the whole front clip. And we're doing this because the transmission leaks like a sieve. The transfer case leaks like a sieve. Everything needs to be rebuilt. It still runs, but barely. So she's due for a good rebuild. After that, she'll be like new. Yeah.
Take it all the way out?
All the way out. How's it going, dear?
Ew.
Is it oily and greasy a little bit down there?
It's just a little bit of oil. A little bit of grease. Teeny tiny bit of dirt on top of it.
Maybe some bug juice.
A couple spideys.
Some excrement.
Yeah. A couple little spideys. My little buddies are helping me.
That's cool.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm just taking out a bunch of bolts.
We're removing just a bunch of bolts. We're removing all the cross members and disconnecting the tranny and all that. We'll get this thing out.
You want me to take these out, or am I doing these now?
No, that's going to come with it.
This?
Yeah, that plate comes with it.
Is it unbolted?
It doesn't have to unbolt from the tranny. It's attached to the tranny.
Oh.
We just have to unbolt it from anything that's connected to the frame, the axle, to the rest of the truck.
I see what you're saying.
Let me give you some WD-40. We're going to spray that that exhaust crossover, the bolts. So hopefully they come out without a struggle. Well, they're probably going to give us a struggle.
Oh, these here?
Yeah!
Oh, make me sad.
What's it going to do?
It'll make me sad. I'm so sad.
Do I work you too hard?
Yeah, but it's okay.
It's okay.
You're cute. I love you.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Hey, babe. Is it coming out?
Slowly but surely.
What was a little bitch of a thing down under there?
Freaking everything. Craft member
Cross member that would not drop down.
will not drop out. Like they molded the body frame around it. Can't get it out.
It's like you gotta either spread the frame just like a 1/16 of an inch. It's loose in there. You just can't get it drop. You can't get it. No. We tried twisting it, everything, knocking it forward, back. It should just drop down, but it's wedged in there. But the motor's coming out. We did have to drop the axle because we're pulling the tranny with it, so we had to drop the axle. The axle's just kind of laying there, all willy-nilly status. Yeah, but she's sliding out. We're almost got her. This is our setup over here. We got a gantry. It's a wood gantry. Holding all that weight. I should hold it.
Hi.
Hi. What are we doing now?
Pulling the motor out, but I gotta move all the wiring harnesses because
As it comes out, you got to detach the wiring harness. Actually, the whole thing would come with it, really. And now it's attached, right? Unfold it. Any of the... Lay it on here.
oh, the whole thing go with it.
Okay. Any of those wires and wire harness connected? No, huh?
Let me see. That's not. That's not.
Okay. Let's go up with it. She's there. There's the transfer case. Leaks like a sieve. Transmission. Leaks everywhere. I'm always putting tranny fluid in it. Transfer case fluid. The tranny is hesitant when it's cold and occasionally shifts hard, so we're going to do a rebuild on that. And the motor just needs it, 240,000.
Yeah.
This is probably, for us, maybe a month and a half project.
Yeah.
Because we only work on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, because we both work. And then we also go boating. Well, we got our family coming over to do some motorcycle riding, so we're going to do that. This is no rush.
No.
Maybe a month and a half, 2 months, we'll have her back together. And then we're going to rebuild that first, the transfer case, probably next weekend. And then the weekend after that, we're going to rebuild the motor, tear it apart, rebuild it, take 2 days. And then 2 days on that tranny. Because I am no mechanic, no expert, so I take my time.
Yeah.
And there's no rush.
No rush.
And she's going to do all the work.
I got this.
Okay. She's out. Got to pressure wash the crap out of this because there's 15 years of grease. Motor's out. This gantry we built what, 8 years ago?
9.
We've been together 8 years.
Yeah, so
8.
about 7. Yeah, about 7.
Gantry's holding. Built this a long time ago when I did the jet boat. Because I couldn't, regular cherry picker wouldn't work. That works for it. There she is. Motor, tranny, transfer case. A lot of work to do. Later, we'll post other videos on the rebuild of the motor and the tranny and all that. Bam.
What you doing, babe?
Lowering the motor off the fire so we can start the tranny, transfer, and the motor. Then we'll pick the motor back up and put it on the motor stand. So we can rebuild the motor when we get to that point. we needed a new alternator for, because as soon as we started to put it under here, check engine light came on. Alternator was going out.
And then the new AC converter.
Yeah, because I got mad and broke it.
He broke it right there. Trying to get the fan off of that.
You need a special tool for that. Remove that fan. Either you buy a tool
Or you make one.
or you make one. Those two little points right there lock in onto this pulley. They lock one in and the other one in, and then you can get a wrench on this bolt. It's reverse. Comes off this way, and you can turn it. Without this, it'll just keep turning, even with the tension of the belt. Even if you stick a screwdriver in there to try to tighten the belt, it will still spin it. You need to make this, or they sell them like a spanner. I don't know what they call it. A pulley remover, fan clutch remover tool. And just make one. Boom, boom. Get the wrench on there. Pops it right out. Once it pops, you can just spin it off.
Yeah.
But without this, yeah, that's a freaking pain in the ass.
It is.
And we got two of them.
Because you need different sizes.
This one fits for Dodge Ram. We had to make this for the Dodge Ram.
Right.
When that timing chain broke and we pulled the motor. Yeah, that was freaking fun. So yeah, this one lasted 240. The Ram 1500 547 lasted 103 before her timing chain broke. Now I think she races like Mario Andretti. She says she don't.
No, I don't.
So, but yeah, this one, just old. It leaks bad.
We got this, babe.
And we take this thing on trips. If we don't take the Ram or the other car, we'll take this one if we're going to a place where we're going to go off-road, do some camping and go off a dirt road trail. They're sandy. We took our Ram once, and we got fucking stuck. Luckily, we jacked it up, had to go through a bunch of crap, couldn't get back on the road, so I had a 4x, a two-wheel drive, just floor it through all the big bushes and dodge the trees and scratch the truck up. It's the only way. We were by ourselves. We couldn't get it to back up in the sand, so we had to go forward because it was downhill through all the bushes, and I got back to the road.
Oh, because you were being a nice guy and letting somebody go around us who was in a Jeep.
Oh, but they were gone. By the time we realized we were, I know, they were gone.
I know, but we did it.
We got her out.
We mobbed her out.
So that's why we have this one.
Yep. She's got it.